feels like a war. Tell me what living's for. Baby, it's gotta be love. I'ma give mine to you. Call me anytime you want. Baby, just call my bluff. I was just waiting on someone to recognize. I needed a real one. Call me if you're on the run. You knew just what it was. I knew just what it was. We knew that it was love. Be around, I wanna satisfy you. A little push, I'm floating. I wanna push up on. That's true shit. I don't usually do this. Oh, but you light my fire. I wanna be your rider. World feels like a weight, enemy of the state. Devil try come around. Now we can't make a sound. Call me anytime you want. Baby, just call my bluff. Now I know a thing or two. All I say is stay true. All I say is stay true. Got me if you're on the run. You knew just what it was. Yeah. I knew just what it was. We knew that it was love. Be your rider. I wanna satisfy. Oh, little push, I'm floating. I wanna push up on. That's true shit. I don't usually do this. Oh, but you light my fire. I wanna be your rider. Your rider. I wanna satisfy. Oh, little push, I'm floating. I wanna push up on. That's true shit. I don't usually do this. Oh, but you light my fire. I wanna be your World feels like a war. Tell me what living's for. Baby, it's gotta be love. I'ma give mine to you. Call me anytime you want. Baby, just call my bluff. I was just waiting on someone to recognize. I needed a real one. Call me if you're on the run. You knew just what it was. I knew just what it was. We knew that it was love. Be around, I wanna satisfy. A little push, I'm floating. I wanna push up on. That's true shit. I don't usually do this. Oh, but you light my fire. I wanna be your rider. World feels like a weight, enemy of the state. Devil try come around. Now we can't make a sound.
This is the best makeup I have done in a minute. I love this. I love this look for me. I think the eyeline really did it. The eyeline's really something that really pulled this off, and I've been thinking about putting that blue in there. I haven't done blue and red in a really long time. Anyway, day 1 of concept week. I'm gonna leave it for you to guess. This is the concept week I tried to film before, and I just gave y'all a series of videos from that concept week because it was just, this one's already starting off on the right foot. See you tomorrow. This is the same face, as you can see. Different lip. I used Ilia Beauty, but in Bang Bang. This is about like 2 coats. If you watch my other videos, you can see I used some of the Ilia lipsticks here and there, and you'll see the difference between when I was trying them on and the wax seal wasn't really broken, and I was just trying to show like a couple swipes here and there. But now that the lip is broken in, I could say how much color payoff you get. Like the rankings as it stands right now, as in for most used, is Blossom Lady. She ended up at the top. It's crazy. Blossom Lady, Arabian Nights, Europa, Bang Bang, Oh Baby, Nobody's Baby, Little Sister. Okay. See you tomorrow for real. Bye, day one. Day two. I forgot to give you guys the thing yesterday, but it was yesterday. Day one was yesterday. Moving on. Not gonna do much talking. Maybe after today you guys can guess the theme. When I'm putting colors on my face, I thought I'd say this now because I saw around the internet a lot of people don't use colors on their eyes every day because they feel like it's too much. But I think what you just have to do, if you want to do it, like if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it, but if you want to wear colors on a daily, like any colors, like corals and blues and greens, reds, yellow, orange, any of them, purple especially, like, but you feel like it's too much for daily, I think the most important part about stepping into color for the daily, like I do, is controlling the amount. So for instance, you don't want to do full washes of color on your eye. That might be what makes it feel too much for you. Like other people might like that, but you might feel like I just want a little bit of color, but you don't really see much how. So I'm gonna give you guys more videos of me putting color on my eyes like I used to. It's a thing. If you go on this channel, you'll see it kind of everywhere. But I'll do more recent ones because I don't think I'm doing it recently because I've been into like a different kind of thing right now. But I'll give you guys that kind of video so that you can have some reference points as to what I mean. But this is a good starting point. Like I'm controlling the color of these two corally peaches. Like they're actually kind of strong, and so I'm like mixing them together. Anyway, I mix them together and then I do a lot of tapping, not just for fallout, but to literally just try to control how much color is going to come off. Alright, so I tap lightly in the pan, and I'd rather build color than get it all at once. I don't know if you noticed that. And depending on the brand, that's a thing you have to look out for. So like for Juvia's, since the colors are pretty strong on purpose, like you have to, if you're looking to build up the color, you have to manually be conscious of using light touches in the pan so that you can build the color up yourself, because otherwise you just get a big wash of color and then you'll feel like, oh no. So anyway, unless you like that, then you won't feel like, oh no, you'll feel like, yes. Okay, moving on. Like I said, I won't be doing that much talking, so now I'll be using this. I didn't do swatches of this one like I did the other two. This one does not fall out like that other one, which is great. The color scheme for today is a clear, peachy look. I feel like any one thing could ruin this forever. As you can see, I really like that color there. It's got some pink in it. These two get mixed a lot, so I don't use the shimmers in this palette at all. Alright, I'm gonna just go for it. I'm gonna go for this one. I'm gonna test it on the back of my hand. Okay, I'll do what I originally wanted. That one. It's too orange. I'm gonna mix that one and that other one. Adjust the amount. I'm taking it off on the back of my hand is what I mean by controlling the amount so that you can build. I want it to be deeper. I'm gonna mix this and that instead. There we go. So now you see it's got a little more saturation at the eye. I like that color. Yeah. For that clear peach. Wow. Wrong end. I'm gonna use that color. Kind of get myself like cocoa. Look at that. This one, this is their Light and Glitter palette. Light and Glitter Garden. Better than 00. Hello? Here it is. By now, hello? Hi. By now you've seen the other one, the Fall Garden, and I talked about it. This is the other one that I got, the Glitter Garden. It's got 10 different kinds of glitter. Size, color, everything. And I was like, gotta have it. This is Twinkle Pink. Put that just, wow. I keep going out of focus. Alright. There you go. See? Twinkle, twinkle. I'm just gonna make a soft line. Okay, we are not finished. So, auto eyeline and Ulta gel. We're gonna see. This is supposed to be kind of metallic-y white, and this is just regular white. When I usually put this on the waterline, I don't like how it shows up kind of dull, so I'm gonna put regular white underneath it first. I'm trying to find a white that will really pop on the waterline. For some reason, it's really hard. You see what I mean? It's kind of weak and it kind of makes me upset. But they're the only white pencils I have that won't do all that drama. So, you know what that means. I'm gonna use this color. This is the Douce palette, by the way, that I've been dipping in. I'm gonna use that color. It's got white in it. Let me test it though. I mean pink. Okay, it's a little too pink for what I want. We're in the Festival palette now. And I'm gonna use Uli, since it's just a pure metallic white. And let's see if that will help us. Oh no! Why is it going on this way? Hi. I like it. Back up. Bottom. Eyes. Done. Now, FaceTime. Same foundation I used yesterday. Full cover. Revlon. I really like it sometimes. I'm watching Get Carter. You know, it's the guy from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. It's my favorite mock kind. This is his early days. I remember when I first saw he was a blonde, he was in a movie with this other guy and they were playing pranks on each other. And it was like, who could do the more serious prank, and they were like trapped in a house. I'm not gonna spoil it, but anyway, Get Carter is already wild. Looks like it's gonna be a little too much for me when it comes to a movie. Like, I don't know what it is about British movies, but it's like they don't have no censorship or nothing. And I'm not exactly the type of person that needs supreme censorship in my stuff. Like, sometimes I'm with it, you know, but like, I feel like British movies, it's like 0 to 1,000, and I am sometimes like, whoa. And some of the stuff I feel like is unnecessary to the plotline of the movie. I'm just like, I know we're supposed to be, like, when they want to show debauchery, they're just like, all the way. And it's, I don't know, I don't like it. And I like me some scandalous things, but, and I mean scandalous, I don't mean a little scandalous, I mean all the way. So, that's why, to me, I'm just like, I ain't come here for that. Y'all didn't prepare me enough for the premise of this movie, to act like this. Anyway, Get Carter looks like it's one of those where it's like, get ready for the shits. But ta-da, finished. Bottom. Foundation, done. And now we are back in the Douce palette. Wow, how many palettes did we run through to do this simple ass look? So this was the original plan, this color, for the whole peachy vibe. Let's try it and then we'll put a different thing. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. Looks like I don't need other things. I'm glad people could call you at the bar. That was up into the 90s for real. You had to have the number to a place, and then if the phone was public, you call. Most places had a public phone, like, even though I couldn't go like to a bar in the 90s, but places like the skating rink and the mall and all that stuff, they had public phones that you could look up in the phone book. Y'all remember. I gotta tell y'all that. You feel me? My audience old as me. Right? If you're not, sorry, but, like, I don't know, ask her mom. Michael Caine, I'm so unused. That's cute. So you see where I like to put my blush again. Boop, boop. I didn't bring it up that much to the sides like I usually do with coloring, where I put it like up here. But I wanted it a little closer downtown. Blush season. Lip time. Here's where it gets tricky. and I'm afraid it's going to bust the thing wide open. We have D2. Those are cute. He just picked up like some lavender sheer panties, and I'm like, those are cute. They look like something you get on Savage Fenty. He's in somebody's apartment. Here we go. Now, the original plan was to go over this lip with Oh Baby. This is Oh Baby. Oh no! I didn't exfoliate. Ruins my aesthetic every time, and yet I refuse to prepare. We're just gonna go over the top with a little bit of Mented, just because I hate leaving it out of the party. Yeah. Boom. And now, finished. Clear peach makeup. I'm gonna go ahead, get ready. I'm gonna have to do my hair, put on some jewelry, and I'll be right back. That's from Metro. I actually don't know what to do with my hair. I'm like right now, it's just in some 6/8 braids. I like it. I like it. Done. On the back, it's just like that. On the front, it's like this. Got that clear peach makeup. See you tomorrow. You're always somewhere in the middle, feast from our dreams. Hanging on the fence now. Try, you don't wanna stay there in the shadow. Day 3, and we'll be getting ready as if we are going to an evening event. There's actually this evening event that's taking place that I want to go to, but I know I don't have anything I want to wear. But I literally just watched a clip Essence reposted of Jasmine Sullivan talking about how she didn't want to hide anymore, even when she felt like she wasn't feeling her best for a bunch of reasons, like how she looks, you know, and that was one of the things she was talking about. And it might also be internal things. But anyway, she was talking about how she didn't want to hide anymore, and she wanted to just show up. She wanted to make it a year of showing up for herself, and just period. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should be taking note of that and do what I can and show up. However, there's also the extraneous thing of the, you know, COVID. Moving on, today is going to be my imaginary evening event. That's tonight. Tonight. Skincare is all done. Let's get started. Have you guessed the concept yet? I'll ask that every day until you do. Leave a comment below on which day you started to figure out what the concept might be. Or compile your thoughts day by day. Compile your new guess day by day. And then post it all in one comment. Boop. Eyebrow time. Actually, I'm gonna change the order. The rundown is on TV. You know how I always end up watching TV while I'm doing that. The rundown's on TV, and The Rock looks literally so little. I'm gonna do my base first. Little dubious J6. Smear's dirty. So I have these two pressed powder foundations. This one's CoverGirl and this one's Super Stay. They're both pressed powder foundation, so I think that'll go with today with the theme of the week. This one's 375 Java, and let me tell you that 375 Java in this pressed powder is not the same depth as the liquid matte one that I used to have. Fit Me liquid. This is not the same 375. This is not as deep. This is considerably lighter than that. Anyway, and this is the Revlon, oh, excuse me, CoverGirl, oops, upside down, what? This is Deep Cool 4. I liked it because it was square. So there they are. They're both a good. Where are they? I did the swatch to see which one would be too red, and they're actually both quite neutral. So I am gonna go with CoverGirl because it's square. So we're just gonna lightly rub. And this is why I didn't want to do my eyebrows first, because this one takes a little more like rubbing. Ta-da! Just run it through the eyebrow as well. And as you can see, I really like the finish of it, you know? I think it's swell. And so, ta-da! I love, like this, if you're looking for a powder foundation, I can recommend this with a clear heart. The biggest thing to figure out if it's going to work for you is your applicator. If you're not used to a sponge like this, like the silicone sponges, I'm used to them because this is the kind of sponge they had in the CoverGirl Queen collection that I like so wore by, hit pan on every single foundation that I bought from them. But if you have like a big powder brush, those help transfer it onto your face nicely as well. So I'm like making it a little more angular today. Like right there at that corner, really bend it down. Okay, moving forward. Let's get you up in here. I'm gonna use Major Mahogany. This is the Celestial palette. I'm using Major Mahogany on the lid. Woo -hoo. And then I'm gonna use Gold Standard. And here's the part that gets tricky. I'm trying to figure out, I wanted to only do it on the inner side. So let's do that. Ba-bum. That's nice. And then I'll use Galactic Gold, which is this one here. Up the middle. I like that. I like that a lot. Beauty Bakery Lollipop liner, if there's anything left. And I'm just going to do the shortest wing you've ever seen. The goal is to really just have it kind of thick right here, and then just go peek, you know, like there. That's it. There. Ooh, perfect. Now let's hope I can do that to the other side. We're done. Eyes done. Ding. Ooh. We're gonna go into Galactic Gold, the one that we put in the middle. So we're gonna put that on the inner corner. Carry it down there just a little. A little bit. And then take a bit of this, which is the soft brown decay that we use under the eyebrow. And it'll just go in the outer corner like that. Oh, that looks weird today. Maybe my eye look redder than I needed to. Alright, we'll just go a little further than I wanted. Bum. Now all we have left is the lip. Maybe I should put on a bit of rouge. I'm wearing the gloss, Pat McGrath's little lip thing. So this is her holiday one, Blood Rush. Isn't it fancy? I'm gonna go over it with Revlon's Color Stay Satin Ink and see what happens. We're gonna go into, what is that, Fairyland. Yes, 9:35. But we're done. I'm just gonna go into Gold Standard. Get it here. Yes. Now we're done. I got them from Souk and Sepia. Bye. I wanted to try another kind of red on my lip. This is Rubino by Stila. Again, another retro kind of red. That's very cute. This is Prince Naveen Colourpop. I just want to add a color in here. Okay, that's the tone we need. The other one was good, but this is the tone we need. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now we're really finished. It's 9:50. See you on day 4. Pow. Day 4. Welcome. Again, not a lot talking because I need to do this quickly. There's not much variety in my eyebrow this week. I was gonna round them the other day, but I didn't. Today's makeup is supposed to be matte and just fresh faced. Very lightly. Swollen eyelid. What is that? There we go. I'll just take it down here as well. Same black. Maybelline Great Lash. I have 2 eyelashes over here that just go straight down. Can you see them? 1, 2. They're really annoying. Eyes. Done. What a light foundation. It's kind of dewy. It's got like 0 coverage. My Black Radiance BB cream. I felt like it didn't have the most coverage because, you know, obviously what would it? It's a BB cream, not a CC cream. But, like, look at that. You can almost not see my mole right there. Well, I did layer it there, so. Done. Thanks, BB. This is 8920 brown sugar. I put like a little bit right here. I like that. I like that. And it's subtle. Oh. Lip time. Oh, it's dry again. I might keep it like this. Lip done. Face done. And this look can be deepened and fancied up depending on what happens today. but it's a great face to start the day with. It's quick and it's easy. Okay, bye.
World feels like